I'm now live on Facebook. Thank you, Facebook people. It's been a long time. On TikTok, it's been a long time. Thank you very much. Welcome. London is now like, what's the degree today, sir? 36 degree in London now, as I speak. I want to believe I'm speaking now around 2 or past 2. I will check my time. I won't get out for time anyway. Just check your time wherever you are in the world. Check the time you are logging on. Yeah, I want to say big shout out to many people. Big shout out to Prince. Big shout out to Shola. Big shout out to all my DJs. You know who you are. All over the world. Ladies and gentlemen. Big shout out to my family. Big shout out to my children and the mother. Big shout out to who else should I say a big shout out to? Yeah, big shout out to Cool Age, a Niger based, sorry, not Niger based, London based artist. Obviously, it's from Niger. That's where I was from. He's from Niger, but he's been in the UK for donkey years, like me. Cool Age, with due respect, I'm apologizing to you. I met him yesterday in somewhere in Peckham. I think he was going somewhere. We just jammed, yeah. So Cool Age, his new name is something maybe Twale or something. Twale. You can Google it. Formerly known as Cool Age, but it's now Twale. Good artist. Friend of DJ Mosh. Rest in peace, DJ Mosh. So I met him yesterday. I just want to say that everyone in the world, whatever you're doing, continue hustling. Keep hustling. Sky is the limit, trust me. Keep hustling. Don't give up. But while you're hustling, pay attention to your health. This is the problem. Can everyone hear me properly? Sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses now. So it's very hard for me to read out things, yeah. But I'm not wearing my glasses. I'm not gonna go to my bedroom and find my glasses. Let me see if I can find any reading glasses here in the living room. Yes, no. Actually, if you look at the background, I actually slept in the living room because of the heat. And also, I must also apologize. The fan is on. It's on. 36, I mean, 36 degree centigrade in London. No be joke, oh. Especially in a country that we are not used to it. Even though I mean, we are not used to it. Yes, Cool Age, big shout out to you. Big shout out to all my DJs. I'm not going to mention any names because I know a lot of DJs. I was one before. So if I mention some names and I forget to mention others, it will be upsetting to them. So big shout out to all the DJs all over the world. Can people hear me? Because the noise of the fan is actually doing my head in. But what can I do? Chicago boy, Chicago boy, Chicago boy. I know be Chicago boy. Oh. You might have noticed why I'm drinking water. It's actually cold water. I'm drinking it because we have to make ourselves hydrate. During hot weather, that's what you do. I remember last time I was in Nigeria, I think it was maybe last year or a year before. I was feeling like fainting when I was walking in the street of Ikorodu, and my shirt, less than 10 minutes on the road, my shirt was wet, like filled with water, like bucket loads. So then, and the sun was hot, so I had to buy drink, at least 2 liters of bottled water. Yeah, that kept me moving. Okay, I said I'm not going to be long. I'm not going to be long. Yes, I'm not going to be long. Let me say this to you. Before I start, I want to say big shout out to all the women, big shout out to all the men all over the world. No discrimination intended. Okay? I was I was in the hospital sometime this week, yeah, and a consultant came to us. This consultant, she's a black female. I don't know what country she came from, but all I can say is she was born here. She was born here. A British black woman. Our job is to talk to men only. Again. I nearly forget this. This woman, she I'm looking for something to read because I'm used to reading from people as a broadcaster. Don't see me as a broadcaster now. I'm not a broadcaster anymore. I'm retired. Yeah. Even if you hear my English no good like before. I don't want to tell people what I'm going through, but I have a medical problem. And I retired as well. Retired as a DJ, retired as a journalist, retired as a radio presenter, retired as a bus driver, retired as a photographer. But the only thing I'm trying to stay on is to continue to be a videographer, an editor. Understand? Even my editing standard is now low due to the medical reason. I was watching the news this morning. Do you remember Nelson? DJ Nelson in the UK? Yeah, he's also retired. I heard in the news today. Nelson, he retired as a DJ. Award winner, retired DJ Nelson for medical reason. If you listen to me carefully and if you are very clever, you will notice that I'm talking about sickness, medical reason. You understand? So this lady that came to the hospital, she was talking to men about reducing their burden as a father, as what else? King of the castle, basically, because men try to put a lot of stuff on their heads. They carry so much responsibilities that they actually ignore their own health. You understand? Recently, like I said, I'm retired. I don't do anything. I've been hearing, watching in the newspapers, um, people like rumor, information. Let me call it information. It's not actually rumor. Like people who witness something or who have seen something, they will tell me. There are people who just came, recent people who just came from Africa and other parts of the world, that are here in the UK. They are working so hard to the extent that huh, they are sleeping and having heart attack in their dream. Basically, they will sleep and they will not wake up due to tiredness. I'm not blaming you. Of course, many people came here, they sold their houses, they all sold their businesses, they sold many things, even their cars, to come here. So when they come here, they want to make their money back. So they work so hard, hour after hour. Some people will even work 24 hours at work. When I used to be a bus driver, there was this guy, I'm not going to mention his name. He will work long hours as a bus driver, work overtime. Even on Christmas Day, normally on Christmas days, all bus drivers are on holiday. I don't know if they've changed it now. I want to believe it's still going to be the same. There will be no buses, no bus drivers on Christmas Day. But this guy, he will go and get overtime. He will work as what should I call it? House manager or security. Let me use the word security. Even though he hasn't got certificate to be a security guard, but he will look after the premises, which is simple. He will just lock all the doors and just walk around to make sure there are no intruders. He will do that. So he was walking around the clock. Are you like that? You are watching me. Are you like that too? I'm not, to be honest, I'm not trying to preach laziness. You understand? And I'm not saying that men should be lazy. You must watch what your colleagues are doing, whether black or white. You must watch them. When I was working, my white colleagues here, when it's their holiday time, holiday period, they will go on holiday. They will go to maybe Spain, Africa, America, but they make sure they go on holiday. Now, think about our own people, our African and Caribbean brothers and sisters. When it comes to their holiday period, they will sell their holiday to the company. Sell their holiday means they will take money for the holiday, but they will continue working. Because we always believe, oh, black people, we are very strong. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not stronger than white people. We are just ignorant of our health. Maybe that's not the right English. We just don't take care of our health. Sometimes your body will tell you that you are tired, but we black people, we will force ourselves to go to work, go and work and earn some money. Some people will say some money will na water. Me, I will say money is evil. You understand? And I can reason with the what's it, motivating factor. What actually made us to want to go and work to earn more money? It could be we have a mortgage, we are paying for mortgage. Two, I'm saying I'm jumping to two. Let me start by saying it correctly. One, money to pay for mortgage. Two, maybe money to pay to some other people to pay for their house rent, to pay for their utilities. And I'm sure in your house, yeah, as a man, you are a man, you are the one who is paying for the house rent. And I'm borrowing the word that the consultant used. You understand? She said, as a man, we take up the responsibilities. You are the one paying for the house rent, paying for gas bill and etc. So you have to work hours with no rest. The consultant said that is why we develop high blood pressure. A lot of black men have high blood pressure. And according to her, more men have high blood pressure than women. I haven't Googled it, but she said it in her words. More black men have high blood pressure than black women. Reason: you marry a woman, you are the one who is financially involved for the upbringing of your wife in some cases, and also in some cases you are the one who is financially involved with the family of your wife, cousin, brothers and sisters of your wife, mother-in-law of your wife. Even Jesus did not do more than this. I'm telling you. Think. You buy a car for your wife. You buy a car to take the children to school. You buy a car for yourself. Basically, don't forget this. I'm talking from United Kingdom. You are also responsible for the family, for your family back home in Africa and Caribbean. Men are also involved for the financial support of your friends in Africa and Caribbean, and so on. I can't be pinpointing everything as I talk. But my advice to everybody today is please cut your coat according to your size, meaning, or in another words, do what you can do. Don't do more than your power. Because if you do more than your power, it may result into you having stroke, having high blood pressure, having kidney or liver problem. I'm telling you. Then what we always say is, had I known, had I known what? You are an adult now. If you are a man, you are an adult. For you to have a wife or even probably to have kids, you are an adult. You should be able to think about yourself, think about your health. And I'm not saying, okay, this is me. I've paid over 40,000 pounds. More than that. Over. That's what over means. Towards my family upkeeping in the UK. I worked hard for it. You understand? But when you think about it, is it worth it? To you, is it worth it? And I will keep repeating. If you want to come on, let me see if I can add you. Oh, Sir James, Odogu journalist, respect. Mr. Bolaji Ajayi, my brother. How's it going? How's business? How's work? How's the media over there? These are my guys in Nigeria, my colleagues in Nigeria. I greet you guys. So even you too, you can borrow from what I'm saying. Trust me. I'm going to be 61-year-old this year. I'm a Agbalagba. Like, if you don't understand the meaning of Agbalagba, I'm a big man. Like, I'm a senior man. Trust me. I remember when I was a kid, I see my dad and people in my area, the older men, I should say, our elders. Trust me, I see what they do, the way they are, very old. Some are haggard. Did I say that word correctly? Haggard. You know when you're old and frail, but they're still maintaining the family. How many of them are still alive today? They don't buy. Trust me. They don't buy. My own dad, with due respect, hardworking and a rich man, he died at a younger age. My mom lived longer than him. Think about it. No insult, no disrespect to my parents. I'm just saying, my mom is died too. She's dead too. She died in England. Yeah. Glory be to God. I'm proud of that because I sponsor her, brought her to the UK. I'm proud of that. That's my history when I die. Trust me. In my family, it will be in the history. I brought my mom to this country. I'm proud of it. And I work hard to do that because you know it's at that time. This is why I'm talking to younger people, the younger ones, men and women this time. To bring somebody to UK, it entails a lot of money. Trust me. How did I do it? I was working as a civil servant. I was working. Somebody just sent me a text. Okay, traffic. Yeah, big shout out to Ogirigiri of Ogirigiri land. Yes, Chief Ogirigiri. Abeletu #1. So, as I was saying, how did I do it? I was work, I was working as a civil servant in the UK, in London. At the same time, I was working as a DJ. So money was coming from left and right. Not only that, I was working as a London bus driver. Think about it. London bus driver. We, or bus drivers, we get a lot of money. Trust me. Back then, average earning, average, I'm talking about average without overtime, we were earning £500 a week. When you think about it, £500 a week. During the time I was processing my mom's invitation to UK, I was putting, or I was saving, let me use English, I was putting or saving £500 every week in my account. Ask me how. Because I was earning money from DJing. I was earning money as a photographer. I was earning money as an MC. I was earning money as photographer. Yeah, video man. I was earning money as a club promoter and also earning money as a university student bar promoter. I was earning money as student bar promoter, university student bar promoter, and DJ. So all the money I was making from everywhere, that's the one I was using to maintain myself and my family. So the London bus driving money was going directly into my account. I don't touch it. So I was when I tell you that I managed to pay over 40,000. Think about it. It was in the account. I don't blow that time. I don't blow. I could carry any responsibility. I had a nice car, 4x4. Yeah, at that time. Okay, let me see who just joined. Hey, Sir James, how you doing, man? You are still there. Thank you. So, the point I'm trying to advise everybody, think about it. I've learned from my own mistakes. Yeah? But according to the hospital consultant I came yesterday, that's when I realized that, wow, I was doing something wrong. How could one person work at the same time, work as a DJ, as a bus driver, as a promoter, as a photographer, as a video man? What else was I doing? I was doing a lot. Trust me. I just saw myself as a Superman, untouchable. I was involved. I love working. It was like an addiction. Working was like an addiction to me. I wasn't realizing, I did not realize that addiction was danger, was a danger. It wasn't. To me, it was like, it brought me happiness, to actually think, I was doing something. You understand? And I was also popular at that time. I was a broadcaster on the radio. I've worked on Jamaican radio. I've worked on Niger radio. I've worked on Ghana radio, Ghanaian radio. Yeah. And I was happy. I was popular. When I say Ghana, Nigeria, Jamaican radio, I'm talking about famous, the most popular radio stations in the UK, from Jamaica, sorry, Jamaican radio in London, Ghanaian radio in London, Niger radio in London. Trust me. When I was broadcasting, no be mad to listen very carefully. No be mad. I no dey mad to anybody because I've got nothing to gain. Sometimes minimum listeners that I was having, minimum will be 130,000 listeners. Trust me. Some people listen to me, they don't even know me. I remember one time, yeah, I was driving the bus 343. If you know bus 343, it goes from New Cross Gate to London Bridge at that time, but I think it's been extended now further. But it goes to New Cross from New Cross Gate to London Bridge. At that time, it's gone further. There was a time I was driving towards New Cross Gate. I got to Peckham and I saw a black woman. I was at the bus stop letting off passengers. After the passengers got off, I shut the back door. I shut the front door. I was about to move. Then I saw a black woman with a baby on her back, and she was running, chasing to catch my bus. This story I'm telling you not true. So I waited. You know when you wait for passengers to come on, number one, some passengers already on board, they might not be happy because to them their time is being wasted because they're in a hurry to get to work or to get to wherever they're going. They might not like it. I'm sure they don't. And some will be reasonable with you. They will say, oh, it's a good driver for him to wait for that woman. Anyway, to cut the long story short, I waited. Some people are sending me roses. Hey, I don't blow again. No, they are sending me roses on TikTok. I'm not begging for roses, but if you do it, thank you very much. God bless you. You see, when the woman made it and go on the bus, I was even excusing her to go and sit down, but she said, I want to touch my pass. I said, you can sit down. Later on, when you have the opportunity, come back and touch your pass, which is allowed. I'm just, because of the run that she ran, I was just thinking that she should sit down and, calm herself down because she ran fast. Well, to a woman level. So I was trying to get her to sit down, be comfortable before she can come and touch the screen. I don't know. If you are not in London, I just want to tell you this. In London, we don't take money from passengers. When you come on, there's a card. I'm trying to find my own card. I was going to show you. It's called Oyster card. Let's assume this is the card, Oyster card. You touch it on the driver's We call it wayfarer. Wayfarer means the machine on driver's table. You touch it there. Let me use the back one. You touch it and it will read the amount. It will take the amount there. Or if you don't have Oyster card, some people use their mobile phone. Some people use their bank card. So anyway, when I said to the woman, I said, "Ma, please, could you take a seat and make yourself comfortable? You can come back and touch it later." When she heard my voice, guess what she said? She said, "Can you?" I'm laughing because this is funny. Because imagine, I've wasted time to wait for her to get on the bus. Now, I'm still wasting time for her to touch our pass. We call it pass sometimes. Let me call it Oyster card or credit. Excuse me, sorry. So when she heard my voice, when I told her, "Please, ma, can you sit down and when you are comfortable, come back and touch the Oyster card?" Then she said, "Excuse me, I've heard that voice before." I said, "Where?" She said, "I've heard that voice on the radio. Are you a radio broadcaster?" And me, I'm a very shy person. I'm a very private person. You understand? I'm very shy. When I'm on the radio, I can talk. But in my personal life, I'm a quiet person by nature. So when she said it, everyone on the bus, they even heard that. That's even worse. So I said, "No, no, no, ma." I deny it. I said, "I'm sorry, no, no, it wasn't me." This woman said, she insisted it was you. She said, one gift that God gave her that she's happy about is when she hears somebody's voice, she will never, ever, she can never forget that voice. That's how she got me. I still deny. I said no. So on my bus, there was a driver on my bus. We call them, like learners, new drivers. You have to show them the route and stuff like that. It was on my bus. Then he just said, "Yes, he's a radio man. Don't mind him, he's lying. He's a radio man." Then he revealed my identity to everybody on the. Anyway, to cut this story short, I moved on. So the point I want to address, because I'm also almost out of point, I want to tell everybody that, especially men, I'm addressing men, and I repeat,
it is time to test. Please press your pendant now.
I repeat, no disrespect to women, but now I'm addressing men. Maybe one day I will address women too. You understand? Because they are good women, they are bad women. They are good men, they are bad men. But what I'm talking about today is men, slow down. Slow down. You don't have to do everything. You are not built to be strong enough to do everything without health issue. If you are just joining me, I just mentioned, and if you live in the UK or especially in London, you will have heard about this guy, DJ Nelson. I think it's Nelson Johnson or something like that. I can't remember his surname now. Maybe I'm right as well. But in case I'm wrong. Anyway, Nelson, I'm right about that. Nelson was, well, he's still, well, no, I'm confused now. Was, because he's no longer a DJ now. He retired. Outstanding DJ. Trust me. I was his fan too. Yeah, as a DJ. He broadcasts on the radio and he DJs everywhere, all over the world. I used to DJ all over England as well, at different universities. Even if you don't know me, you don't know me. You understand? But I know that universities today do know me. So slow down. Please, slow down. We always have that temptation like, oh, I will manage to go to work today. Even though you are feeling that something is wrong, your health is kind of, you get me? Look at the hand. Africans, they use hands. Demonstrate. When you see hands, you will know what they're talking about. Yes. You know, just calm down, slow down. You do not have to die because people are dying, people are having high blood pressure, people are having, what's it called, stroke. I know many people, many men that are having stroke nowadays. And stroke makes you become useless as a man. You might not even be able to talk if you have some kind of stroke. Some stroke, you will still be able to talk. Some stroke, you might not be able to walk normally. Some stroke, you cannot walk at all. There are different types of strokes. You understand? So to avoid this, simple, calm down on the work you do. You understand? It's always good to have the strength to work for a longer time than just to rush work to make serious money and find or have high blood pressure or have kidney problem or have what's it called, liver problem or whatever diabetic causes it. You understand? So I think I've talked for too long. But like they always say, a word is enough for the wise. Use your brain. We need our brain to do everything. We don't need our brain to work ourselves tire. Please, I beg you, in the name of God, Allah, and Ibile,